In this video, you'll discover how to do an apple cider vinegar detox in order to beat belly fat. Apple cider vinegar is something that is wildly popular right now, and for good reasons. There's so many people utilizing it, and they're reversing weight loss issues, they're reducing bloating, they're seeing their skin clear up. They feel so much better when they're using apple cider vinegar, energized. And the thing is that's great about it too, is that it's inexpensive and you can use it right in the comfort of your home. But one of the questions that many people have when it comes to apple cider vinegar is, how do I get started? So that's why in this video, we're gonna talk about a apple cider vinegar detox and how to beat belly fat. Now, a lot of people, like I said, are trying to lose some weight, so this apple cider vinegar will help them do so. And so that's why you wanna stick around to the end of this video so we can teach you how to get started utilizing this apple cider vinegar detox. But before we get started, I'm Dr. Zyrowski, and welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, it's a pleasure to have you here. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification, and join our notification community. That way you don't miss anything, and I can help you excel your health and your life. Let's go ahead and talk about the type of apple cider vinegar that you're going to need for this detox. Now, I want to say too that this detox starts with a very minimum of 10 days. You have to do it for at least 10 days, and if you can go all the way up to 30 days, that's great. And of course, many people get such great results that they go far beyond 30 days. So at the very minimum 10, but ideal 30 and even more. And so when we look at this apple cider vinegar that we're going to use for this detox, there's two characteristics we want it to have. For one, we want it to be organic. The reason we want it to be organic is because when we look at apples in general, it's one of the most highly sprayed fruits out there, just covered with pesticides through the whole season, through the whole growing season. And then of course that gets in our bodies if we're buying that type of apple cider vinegar that's not organic. So we want to get good organic stuff. And then the other characteristic is we want to make sure it has the mother. Now the mother is going to be that web-like cloudiness that you see within the apple cider vinegar that a lot of people are turned off by, but it actually has a lot of benefit. That's where your enzymes are, your probiotics, some of the vitamins, the minerals, some of the different nutrients that you're going to find in apple cider vinegar. And so we want to make sure that we're getting organic once again, and then we're getting the mother. Now, one of the brands that I use is the Bragg's brand. I'm not promoting it in any way. It's just one of the more very common, good, trustworthy brands that's highly available where I live. So look to that apple cider vinegar, the Bragg's brand. And so now let's go ahead and talk about some of the benefits that people are reporting to get utilizing this apple cider vinegar detox, okay? And then we'll talk about how to do the detox. So first is decreased blood sugar, which, apple cider vinegar, if you drink it prior to a meal, it really helps buffer the blood sugar so that you don't skyrocket your blood sugar when you have meals. So it's going to help decrease the blood sugar. And as a result, you're decreasing insulin, which is going to help decrease fat storage. It's going to help increase your insulin sensitivity, all really powerful stuff here. It's also going to support the weight loss process because you're really working on these mechanisms right here. It's going to also help balance your pH. Many people have a very alkaline pH within their gut, which is not healthy. Your body has different pHs all over the place, but one of the places that you don't want to have an alkaline pH, even though it can be healthy in other areas, is your gut. Simply because when you have an alkaline pH in your gut, it's going to basically allow for that pathogenic bacteria to overgrow, cause a lot of health issues for you, a lot of gastrointestinal issues. So it's going to help balance that gut pH, making your gut pH more acidic, which helps with indigestion, bloating, all these different things. So it reduces that bloating. It's also going to help reduce heartburn as well. Now, the other thing is it'll help reduce the pathogenic bacteria. I talked about that briefly already. Like I said, if your stomach pH is too alkaline, it basically just allows for that pathogenic bacteria to go in the wrong places and overgrow. So making your stomach pH more acidic is going to be a good thing. It's going to help suppress your appetite. There's plenty of studies that basically show that when you use apple cider vinegar in the morning, you eat fewer calories throughout the day, which is really awesome for anybody who's trying to beat that belly fat. Now, the other thing here is it's going to, quote unquote, remove the sludge toxins from the body. I actually was recently reading a book that was actually by Paul Bragg's, who is the original founder of the Bragg's apple cider vinegar company. And this is, what they say is going to really help remove some of those toxins from the body. So that's powerful too. And it's good if we're trying to detox. Now let's talk about this apple cider vinegar drink that we utilize during the detox. So basically this apple cider vinegar drink is like this. Here's the recipe for it. So you're going to get a large shaker bottle basically, or just a large cup, and you're going to put in lots of ice, okay? This is going to be best if it's nice and cold. It tastes a lot better when it's really cold. And you're going to put in about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. You're gonna get some pink salt, and I like to put in about a quarter teaspoon. This is great because it's gonna help with electrolyte balance. It's going to be good if you're someone who is fasting, if you're someone who has electrolyte imbalances, decreased sodium. We wanna utilize some of this pink salt. I like to use, like I said, a quarter teaspoon. You can put a little bit more in if you like it. I just don't like the apple cider vinegar drink to be too salty. Next, we can put in cinnamon. Now, as far as the cinnamon goes, a half of teaspoon is perfect. The cinnamon is very powerful for bringing down your blood sugar and also improving insulin sensitivity. A lot of health benefits that cinnamon offers, so put that in. The other thing here is fresh lemon juice. So I like to squeeze some lemon and put about 1 teaspoon in. Some people will like to go a little bit more because they like the detox benefits that lemon has to offer. Me personally, I like to keep it low because I utilize this drink right here during a fasted state. So we're gonna put 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice in. So I recommend you get some lemons, squeeze them, use the fresh stuff. If you cannot do that, let's say you're mixing this up at work or something, a good organic lemon juice is just as good. Now, the next thing here is I like to put in some stevia, sweeten it up a little bit, give it a really good flavor. I personally like to use some of the flavored liquid stevia drops. I think it's by the brand Sweet Leaf. That Sweet Leaf brand, you can go and put a few drops in. I'll put a link in the description below so that you know what I'm talking about. But you can put 4 drops in here and it really helps just make it taste even better. Now, if you don't have a liquid stevia, you could utilize like 1 or 2 packets of stevia in order to bring the sweetness up a little bit. And then add about 12 ounces of water. Now, the one thing that I add in here too, that it's not on the board, is sometimes I'll go in and I'll put in a quarter teaspoon of ginger. Now, I go very little, but I do like ginger in, and the reason I personally use it because it has a ton of anti-inflammatory benefits and health benefits. Now, I don't put it in the traditional recipe here simply because a lot of people don't like the ginger flavor. They don't like that twist that it adds to it. But if you're someone who does like ginger, go in and add a quarter teaspoon of ginger. I personally think it tastes great. So this is going to be the basic recipe. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can actually drink this well in a fasted state. As we're doing this detox, we'll drink this in a fasted state, and we'll also go ahead and drink it throughout the day, typically about 3 times throughout the day. Now, we'll drink it in a fasted state in the morning, and then we'll drink it prior to lunch and then prior to dinner. Like I said, this is going to help really bring down that blood sugar, help just remove some of the toxins from our body, and really help energize our body and offer us all the benefits that apple cider vinegar has to offer. So I like to drink this 3 times a day while doing the detox. Now, the other things that you can do is you can add in the apple cider vinegar in other ways, okay? One of the things I like to do as I'm going through this ACV detox is I like to use it as a salad dressing. So it's great if you just use some apple cider vinegar with olive oil. That's one way you can utilize it as a salad dressing. Another thing that I like to do is use a cucumber snack. Essentially what you'll do is you'll take a glass, put some apple cider vinegar in it, and then put some cucumbers in it with some sea salt. It's great. It's kind of the same concepts we've been talking about, right? You're getting those electrolytes, you're getting the benefits from the apple cider vinegar, and it tastes delicious. Really give this a try. And then the other thing too is you can marinate meat in the apple cider vinegar, and you can make some different sauces with apple cider vinegar. So basically what we do is we take this apple cider vinegar and we implement it into our daily routine for about 10 days, all the way up to 30 days or more. And then from there, we just see the benefits that it has to offer. And we get all the different benefits that apple cider vinegar has been offering many people out there. Like I said, so many people are reporting weight loss, just feeling better, the bloating is stopped. I mean, you name it. So give this video a thumbs up, share this detox challenge with your friends, and then also put in the comment section here your experience with apple cider vinegar. And then lastly, check out this video right over here that's going to teach you how to do intermittent fasting for weight loss. So that's why intermittent fasting is so powerful when it comes to weight loss. Now let's go ahead and talk about how long does it take for you to lose weight.